Hey, it's Dasu, your K-content guide. In episode 7, I felt the drama tears open the deepest wounds of both leads at once. The blind Gu-cheon's old trauma and Sengang's hatred for her parents erupt all at the same time. Episode 7 opens with Gu-cheon fighting the crown prince's spirit while desperately crying out to Sengang, "Don't let the ghost exploit your hatred for your parents." Just then an old memory with her mother surfaces, and the spellbinding Sengang breaks. I felt it was so very like this drama that it's a memory of love, not hatred, that saves a person. Regaining her senses, Sengang joins forces with Gu-cheon and drives the crown prince's spirit back. In the end, the prince retreats and flees, and for the first time the two stand shoulder to shoulder and repel a single enemy together. I found it deeply reassuring, this growth of two who began as watcher and watched now fighting as a complete team. But as the price of victory, Gu-cheon has completely lost both eyes and is racked with guilt. And here his old wound is revealed. As a child, Gu-cheon watched with his own eyes as his shaman mother's soul was devoured by a Gwime. This recent incident has dragged that horrific memory back out. The moment it's revealed that this man's detachment was really a lifelong, suppressed trauma, I saw the character in a completely new light. Meanwhile, the Queen Dowager gathers the ministers and the royal family in one place. She then brings out Prince Inha, who still barely clings to life, and sets the box of sweets he ate side by side with the box that had been sent to Sengang's mother, comparing them. I found the Queen Dowager's cunning terrifying, pretending to expose another's crime while in truth flipping the whole board to her own side. Let me lay out the cast. Nam Joo-hyuk plays the ghost slayer Gu-cheon, Ro Yuneseo plays Sengang who hears the dead, and Cho Sung-woo plays the king broken by the curse. And Jang Young-nam plays the Queen Dowager, who finally shows her true colors. What impressed me this episode is how Nam Joo-hyuk, playing the blinded Gu-cheon, fills the space where his sight vanished with an even more acute set of senses. From this gathering on, the Queen Dowager and the king stopped pretending to be on the same side. Until now they had feigned joining hands for the good of the royal house, but now they face off directly, each wielding the other's crimes as a weapon. To me, the split between these two living people looked far more dangerous than any ghost drifting through the palace. Episode 7 ends with the fracture inside the royal family grown as perilous as the curse haunting the palace. What remains is the final episode, where all this sin and resentment will flow to its end. The East Palace is holding number 1 on Netflix globally and the top 10 in 81 countries in its opening week. If I had to name a weakness, the big event of Gu-cheon's blindness pulls focus to the emotional lines, so the action briefly thins, but in its place the character's depth comes vividly alive. Dasu's rating, 4.8 out of 5. This was Dasu, see you next episode.